Hey y'all, welcome back. My name's Walt, I'm your Northwest Outdoorsman, and today, two things. I got a new knife and an update. Now I know everybody wants to see the knife first, so we'll do the update. The update is this. Sorry. If you have watched my videos, you realize I'm trying to find a place to go, do day trips. I can make videos, blah, blah, blah. We've gone over this before. And the simple fact is there is no place in Western Washington where I can go and just do a day trip. Which means the only way I can make videos is to do an excursion to the peninsula. If you don't know the peninsula, that's like Sequim, Forks, Port Townsend, right? Olympic National Park. But we're looking at easily 4 hours on a good day, up to 6 hours on an average day, so somewhere in that 4 to 6 hours, which means, there and back, you're looking at an 8 to 12 hour day just driving, plus, if I spend 4 hours out playing to make one single video, and you're talking about 2 tanks of gas. The price of gas, it's $200 just to go make one single video. And while I really like you guys, I really do, I don't like you enough to entertain you at a price of $200 per video. Sorry. I mean, I like you, but not that much. So, what I'm going to ask you to do is help me out if at all possible. If you're at all concerned about me getting out making videos, if you'd like to help at all, please head over to eBay. Go to the Northwest Outdoorsman store. Click the link down below. Good God, y'all, it's been a day. Okay, so anyway. My new knife. I wasn't going to do a video on this because, this isn't going to be the first time you've seen it. But I embarrassed the hell out of myself and made myself look like a complete fool with this knife. Oh, y'all. I don't know about your boy here. So, if you look at this profile, this is, sorry about my lighting, it's a dark gray rainy day here, y'all. So you can see this beautiful profile on this knife. And what this is, yeah, you're not gonna be able to see that because my light is down here and not up here where it should be. So the design is a David Kurt design, and this is a Klecker knife, and the model is DK for David Kurt -151-48. Could be a B, but I think it's an 8. Amazing. Okay, this light, yo, okay, that's a little better, not a lot, but yeah, okay. So anyway, I still got shadows. What? If y'all got any ideas on my lighting, like seriously, yeah, okay. This stuff is not my groove here, by the way. You can see, the profile. It's amazing, and I'm like, wouldn't this make a great bushcraft knife? And I'll be honest, I haven't used this for much, and I'll explain that because that's part of the story, and you'll understand why I embarrassed myself. But anyway, I thought, the design, the amount of belly on this thing, the drop point, that would just be ideal for bushcraft. And while I'm not a fan of finger grooves. I've only got a few knives with finger grooves in them, and those are all the Bear & Sons folders. This one has two. Oh, that's coming through. This one's got two tiny little finger grooves, and this is the important one. But it fits. Like this feels like David Kurt used my hand to design this knife. I've held custom knives, y'all. I've held knives designed specifically for my hand, and they did not feel like this. I mean, this is spectacular. Fairly easy to sharpen. Like, I just use just a plain old stone, and it's sharp. And I would shave hair off my arms, but at that point, a knife is too sharp for me to use the way I use a knife. I can do it. I mean, I can get it there. I've had it there. But what happened is the first time I used it was on, I believe it was celery. And I rolled the middle 2/3 of the edge. I completely rolled it because of the way I use a knife. So, yeah. So it's my sharp. So I bought this, and honestly, I don't, you know what? Y'all, break out Mr. Phone here, and y'all hang on a second. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so I'm back. Okay, so this model is called the, got my word here, Ubiqua Hunter? I don't know. No idea what it is. Anyway, it's currently going on eBay for anywhere from $36 to $80. So, I mean, it's not an expensive blade. But here's the embarrassing part. Here's where your boy... Oh, see if we can get this on here. So, you can see right there, crack. And you can see, I don't know how well this is showing up, but you can see right there, right there, crack. And this crack coincides with the lanyard hole. And sorry, y'all, I'm doing this upside down and backwards. So naturally, having made knives and doing this, it didn't occur to me that a custom knife maker nor a production knife maker, in this case David Kurt and Klecker knives, would let a knife go with a cracked tang. Now, because the first crack is up here, it just made sense to me that this crack went all the way through and came through. Right, that was my thought, and so I called Klecker and said, "Hey, here's the deal." And okay, first let me say this: their customer service is incredibly understanding. And the woman I was talking to, and sweetheart, I forgot your name. I am so sorry. She was so understanding, and this was obviously not the first time she had asked this. So it's hardly noticeable, but right here, right, the little thumb grooves. First thing she did, she told me this was a skinning knife. And I'm like, okay, you know, I read that, but it didn't register what she was saying. She says it has a gut hook. No, it doesn't. So she told me to put my thumb here, push down, and slide back. So I need to hold it this way or it doesn't work. Okay, and you can see now I've got exposed tang. And if you pull back and lift up, oh look, right, gut hook. And whoops, again, sorry, upside down and backwards. And I didn't say anything after she told me this. Oh, yeah. Not my finest showing, y'all. It really wasn't. So, anyway, I don't know how that's going to show up, but there are, oh, there it is. Okay, so you can see little detent hole, and again, sorry, that's not going to show up, but there's two little spring-loaded ball bearings, and you like just slide in the hook, and the rest of it just falls into place. Push down and forward. Okay. So yeah, that's what I did. Okay. Now keep in mind, guys, I love knives. I have made knives. I have destroyed more knives than I can count, and that's the first time I've actually just embarrassed the hell out of myself. Yeah, so if you're interested in this knife, I'm not selling any of them because, yeah, whatever. Frankly, new items don't sell very well on eBay, so that's why I won't do it. But you can find them on eBay, like I say, anywhere from $36 to $80. You know, it comes with a sheath, right? But there's no attachment on it, right? So I mean, it's easy enough to just, I mean, you can buy the attachments for it everywhere. I fully intend to carry this as a neck knife, so I don't care. Well done. I've used this in the kitchen because excuse me, I've used this in the kitchen because I thought it was broke. So other than meat, vegetables, and a couple of apples, I've cut nothing else with this knife. But what I have cut, guys, if you sharpen this up, this thing goes through meat like it's not even there. Like, seriously. For slicing tasks with the profile, the amount of belly, I mean, just, whoops, again, upside down and backwards. Jeez Louise. You can see, starting right here, all belly. Beautiful slicey, and yet you've got a nice little flat part here, and it's easy to choke up. I mean, this thing will let you choke up, you know, right onto the blade. This is how I cut my veggies. Another reason my knives aren't razor sharp. But this is how I cut veggies. Okay. It's easier, less effort than doing this. Not as safe, granted. And yes, I know it's not safe, and I'm a grown man, and I don't care. Shut up. Okay, so, yeah, y'all, if y'all want a really good knife, and honestly, frankly, when I was looking these up, it didn't occur to me to see what kind of steel it was. It's an amazing design. It's swedged ever so lightly. The steel, it is a distal taper. I don't know if that's going to show up. There you go. Oh, hey, look at that. The light's actually doing something. You can see there, it is a full distal taper. Starting here, again, upside down and backwards. Starting here and all the way to the tip, it just gets, you know, thinner and thinner and thinner all the way down. Just that light little, again, upside down and backwards. Good God, y'all, this is the first video I ever made. There it is. You can see just that little tiny touch of a swedge. And the result is very pointy. Very pointy. Good and bad. It's good because, well, it's very pointy and you can poke it into things. Very bad because that makes it very prone to bending and breaking. So, you know, this is not a beginner knife. It's a beginner price, don't get me wrong. It's a beginner price, and it's a gorgeous knife, and if I were beginning and this was my first knife, I would be so happy, okay? But I guarantee if you're a newbie, if you're not really into knives, you're gonna damage your tip. You are. That is a thin, delicate tip. So if you're new, don't see what you see on YouTube, jam it into a piece of wood and pry a piece out, because you're only gonna leave a piece of your knife. You're gonna leave this tip behind. You are. So again, beautiful, gorgeous knife. My intent, of course, is neck knife. Of course, there are lashing holes, so you can do pretty much whatever you want. I thought at first I love to do this when they come up high enough. Just tie one little piece of cord and just hang it off my belt so that it's horizontal, upside down. It's easy to grab. And yeah, I know that means I got to turn it around, but you know what? I'm not a professional knife fighter. I have never once been in a fight where it involved my life depending on a knife. I don't care if it's upside down. That's the way I like to carry them, so they hang off my belt horizontally this way. But this one, when you do that, you can see it goes straight down. So it'll hold, it'll stay. I mean, it's not going anywhere. It's got really good retention, not impossible retention. Okay, you can see it's got the thumb, and it just pops right out because your thumb pries it open as you pull. But even without the thumb, I mean, there's resistance there, but it's not stuck in there where you can't get it out. And it's got good retention. Like, it ain't going. Okay? There's just a tiny little bit of play in there, but the way the Kydex is sandwiched together, it doesn't dull your blade rattling around like that. Again, I'm just using it for a neck knife when I go play in the woods. Okay, anyway, that's enough of that. So anyway, that's my embarrassing knife story and the update. Again, please remember, if you would like to help me out at all, make some money to take an expedition out to the peninsula so I can go play in the woods for y'all, because I mean, that is what I started the channel to do. Yeah, I guess I should have researched before I did that. So anyway, there are some knives. I'm going through my knives, getting rid of a bunch of them. And they're all on eBay, so the click will be in the link down below. Oof. Okay, until next time, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye now.